Hey everyone, it's Ometer, and welcome to the Hop. This is the Art Attack and Tilda Friends Hop, Summer Hop, and there are quite a few magnificent artists and talented ladies here on the Hop, so make sure you guys check everybody's information out. Of course, I will have in the description a link to everybody's videos or channels, and like you can start from the beginning. Some people will be having giveaways, some people will be having and I know Tracy's having something special also as well, so make sure you check out her video, her channel and her video, and that's Chi-Town Tracy. So, and most of these will be, I think all of them will be Tilda themed. So, yeah. And if you follow the Hop, you are coming from Kim Windsor, and so you are here now, and Elmer Arrows, and your next stop will be Sheila McNabb. So make sure you check them and check everybody out. There are quite a bit of talented people, so make sure you check everybody's channels out. I personally haven't seen anybody's pictures, but I know that everybody's been super excited about this. So let me show you what I made. I will give you a warning though, it's very different from what I'm used to making. I've been wanting to make something like this, and I figured, hey, why not just go for it, and just more than I usually make, like frilly and whatever, and I've gone clean and simple. So I figured, now let's try something completely different. So mine is a dimensional piece, and the piece I actually got from Gina's Designs, and she's Gina Designs on the internet. So make sure you guys check that out. They have she has amazing, awesome things, and I use the Tilda collection. Happiness is homemade. Sorry, totally like losing my thought. I'm trying to make sure I get all of my thoughts in my head. But let me show you what I made. I made a Saint Tilda shrine. So let me show you. Hopefully I am showing this well enough. So what I did was I went ahead and this piece, this thing, the front and back, you get these pieces from Gina's Design, and they're supposed to be layered, but I wanted to be dimensional and I wanted to have a base. So I had to create this base, and look, but let me show you the detail. Look at that. I painted it black. I took the piece, and it's a very thick and very strong chipboard. I painted it black I just took a brush, and oh my gosh, that's a glue string. How scandalous. Let me take that out of the way. Embarrassing. All right, so I painted it black, and then after I painted black, I used the Annie Sloan chalk paint. It's called Provence. With my fingers, the black I painted it with a brush, and then with my fingers I put on the Provence, and then with my fingers I went ahead and used, let me grab it for you guys. As always, you guys know that I'm never prepared, doesn't matter how much I try. So I keep my chalk paints in these little containers, and this one is Provence, and this is the gilds that I use. This is antique gold stencil cream. So it is amazing. It looks different, but trust me, when you have it on your piece, it is amazing. So I just did that with my hands, and I wanted to roughly do that to give that old metal touch. So here is the piece, and I went ahead and I hand cut and distressed the paper, and that is that floral paper back there from Happiness is Homemade. And what I did was I distressed it on the sides, tore it a little bit, but then I went ahead and took some fine sandpaper and I sanded it down, so you can actually see the image, but you see it's very sanded, very worn, because I wanted this to look old, but I wanted the dolls to look a little bit fresher, but there's still wear and tear. I took the same gild and I used it on the wings, and then I took a piece of, an old brush, and then I just very light brushed as you can see a little bit with that Provence, and then with white paint just on the edges to show like these are statues, but they're kind of worn out. And then I covered them with glossy accents to kind of give them more of a dimensional piece. Now, if you see on the back, those die cuts, the stars, they're like glitter stars. I didn't want to add too much on it because I wanted it to look a little bit vintage. They are also from those are from the Tiny Treasures paper pad. So I used those. Now on the base, I took several flowers from Country Escape, Happiness is Homemade. The blue one is from Seaside Collection, and I just laid the flowers on the altar like it was an offering. So, and here's the thing, this actually comes off. Oop, totally broke it. I had to make, since these were just the layers, I had to make this section, and I just use a piece of heavyweight cardstock. And look, you can see on the top they're being held by acetate, and they're just basically acetate squares that I glued to the back panel and then glued to the back of the Tildas. So yes, and actually this can be folded down. I'm not going to, because I was originally going to make, let me show you the back. I was going to make it with lights, but then I felt like it would look like those shrines from like Thailand or Asia, and I didn't want it to really look like that. Now these come in separate panels, so I use a piece of black chipboard and then I just covered it as well. But here you can see more of the shine from that. And I totally wanted to use these Tildas. I mean, this is, I wasn't sure of what project I was going to make, but I really wanted to use those dolls. And I wanted them to look, oh, and also, if you guys see, the legs are a little bit short. I cut the legs off and I glued them underneath the dress so they would be shorter, so they would fit in this, in my case here. So yes, so let me show you. This is the base, and you can see here's a, I want it to kind of go off the light. You can see. And it's just rough chipboard, and this is the bottom. What I did was I actually cut out, you can use this base, it's pretty strong, to make a base for any of your things. This is why, because I needed something to hold my panel right there. So I cut, what is this, 4 pieces of cardstock, and of chipboard. And what I did, and this is a chipboard, I forgot where I got. I cut it at a 1/4 inch less on each side as I went from layer to layer, so that way it would have kind of a step going up to my altar, to my Saint Tilda. So yeah, like I said, that's very different. Maybe not what you expected. You guys were probably expecting like a very shabby chic, a very shabby chic, flowery, and it have flowers project, but I really wanted to try this. So this can actually go up on a shelf. I really think this is one of my actual decorative pieces. Like, this is obviously just gonna be decorative. And I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna put lights, but I'd have to put the battery pack here, and I felt it'd be too top heavy, and then I just felt like it might not convey what I wanted to convey. And I will have some pictures at the end of the video so you guys can see a little bit of a close-up if my phone isn't catching it very well. But there are my Saint Tildas, and I wanted to, oh, and the funny thing is the stars, I was going to make them, turn them a little bit, but then it looked like she had horns. So I didn't want it to look like she had horns, but I wanted to have like that kind of halo that you see those saints and those mannequins and stuff like that they have in the old churches and in like the holy places and stuff. And since you know I'm a crafter, well, there you go. But yes, and also what you really can't see is I went ahead on the flowers and on the dolls. I took a stylus and let me put that over there. I took a stylus and I flipped it over, and then, oh, you can see it better here. And I went over it in circles to kind of give it that little rounded edge. See, as you can see right there. And these are just being held up by just dimensional foam. But that way they looked more realistic. And I did that with the dolls too. You kind of can't tell because after the glossy accents, it made it go more straight. But I wanted to give it a dimensional look, more of a 3D like a statue. I was gonna layer them, but I really liked how they stand. And if you're looking at the side, they look like they are just floating, or they're freestanding. See, isn't that crazy? I like it. You can see the shadows and everything. So yeah, so that is my project, you guys. And I haven't attached, like I said, I may not be done with this. If I could find some lights, because I do have because you don't want to use regular lights, you want to use LED lights, and I have some, but I just haven't found the right ones that I want, so it might have lights. So that was my original idea, but I really like the way it looks, just like that. Hopefully I'm in camera, and hopefully the glare from the glossy accent isn't too much. I didn't want to put too much dimension on the actual dolls, because I wanted it to look like one specific thing, not just layered. But the star halos were a really good, I felt they were a really good backdrop to the head. And those are actually just attached with foam to the back of the head, as you can see. And that is the acetate. And like I said, I just really like how I did the back paper. So you can see right there, I used vintage photo for the papers to make them look older and distressed. I really wanted this to look like a really old piece. So yeah, so hopefully I accomplished that. Let me know what you guys think, you guys, and go ahead and check out Sheila McNabb's video. I was trying to talk fast because there's a lot of videos for you guys to see, so you guys get a chance to see everybody's awesome videos. So go ahead and check everybody's out. Please leave a comment. That'll be a key to something. Please leave a comment, and thank you guys for sticking around. Hopefully you guys like this new little thing I tried. So my next step, mixed media, maybe a little bit mixed media, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I didn't mind getting too dirty. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.